was like, what were you doing with my drapes? The drapes that were hanging in the apartment. I never got the answer to that. Hi, this is Kari from Sky Properties, and today we're talking about pet deposits versus pet rent. So at Sky Properties, we have been charging pet rent as opposed to pet deposit for a very long time. And that's mostly because we require that all of our renters carry insurance that includes a dog liability and damage policy. So we have that instead of a deposit. And I think it's a better insurance policy to have the actual insurance policy. $500 pet deposit isn't a lot of money, and a ruined rug or a chewed up door could hit that mark very quickly. I know that some companies are doing both now, which I disagree with. I prefer the pet rent. It goes straight into the owner's pocket, into my client's pocket, and the deposit is something that you have to give back. So I think it's more financially beneficial to my clients to charge the pet rent. Early on in my career, a lot of buildings didn't even accept pets. Of course, all of that changed when we were forced to take emotional support animals, some of them legitimate, some of them not so. At the time, you couldn't figure out which was legit, which wasn't. Did they buy it online? Did they get a real note and you were afraid to ask? But I think by lowering our pet rent that we sort of escaped some of that. At one time, we were up to $100 a month in pet rent. At buildings where we offered pet amenities like a pet run, a dog walk, things for dogs to play on or play with other dogs in and around in closed off areas. We offered poop bags and waste disposal. At buildings where we offered all that, $100 a month seemed pretty reasonable. But then I think people, to avoid paying that, would say they have an emotional support animal. And because it's pretty easy to get a note from any doctor saying that it is an emotional support animal, they can and do that. So what we did was we started lowering our pet rent. I think what we're charging now is $50 for a dog and $25 for a cat. And frankly, I think the cat can do way more damage than a dog in most cases. But I will say that most of our pet owners are very responsible and take very good care of their pets. We don't do the swabbing that a lot of people do and charge for. And I guess if we had a problem at our properties, we would swab the dogs. But since we don't have a problem, that hasn't been an issue.